Hey folks, just basically just spending kind of one more night here at my parents' house. Back to my usual stuff here. And so I have a few thoughts for you. Just, in fact, watched that Willem Dafoe movie about Vincent Van Gogh. Yeah, that rhymes, by the way. And just amazing. I can't recommend the movie enough. Really stinking good movie. Wow. So I got a few thoughts for you. Several, actually. I was watching this guy, and again, I can't remember his YouTube channel. Younger gentleman, probably late teens or early 20s, in fact. Afro-American young man. He's talking about using emojis instead of likes and dislikes for videos. Or even just YouTube, like, just discontinuing the whole dislike deal on videos. And was going into some little bit of detail about some things that I thought were actually very intriguing, thought-provoking, worthwhile. And I couldn't help but think about the fact that, well, there's a lot of people that are on YouTube that are younger. Yeah. And most of those folks that are younger don't really have very long attention spans. And most of those people also, well, let's just say they're often not very, what's the word? Mature? But I don't necessarily mean that in a negative way. There's just this, the Wall Street Journal. I remember when, you guys might remember when PewDiePie was kind of Felix. Felix was getting he's getting some bad press because he's being his usual jokester self and made some Nazi salutes or something. I don't know what he did, but then it was all over. Tried to make him look like a bad boy, and of course they basically just got completely embarrassed by PewDiePie. It's just like, nope, that's it. I'm just being a silly boy, right? You guys are looking for something that just isn't there. And everybody, it truly was one of the funniest things I think I remember even hearing about. And that's just, yep, that was very much a obviously DICK move by by the guys that are trying to discredit PewDiePie because, trying to, you get the idea. Okay, so, but, it's just the way things are, in most people on YouTube are not really given to thinking about things on an especially deep level. But there are still some that are that way, and I would hope my channel is attracting those sorts of folks that, regardless of their age, are probably a little bit more, a little higher IQ, a little more sophisticated than most of the rest of the riffraff. Riffraff there is all over every social media thing. It's just rife with riffraff everywhere, of course. So, my 2 cents, of course. I really like the idea, of course, of discontinuing dislikes. Because, how can I put this? And I've mentioned this many times before. I've never apologized for anything I've said on here. There's not a single thing I've ever said on YouTube or ever done that I've actually felt bad for posting or was not how I really feel about something. Not a single video. Not a one. There might have been some that I just was like, there's really no point to making this a video for everyone to see. So, there's a few of those, but heck, it's been quite a while since I made anything like that. And, yeah, I don't give a rip. I don't care at all. Right? People about so much crap about all this. I don't even know where to begin. I honestly don't even know where to begin. But maybe this might be interesting for you guys to hear, though. I mean, maybe it would be. So, what I'm after here? Again, one of the many things I'm after with my stuff is honestly expressing myself. Just honestly expressing myself. Hopefully some things that have some merit. That are things you can take away from videos and be like, oh, you feel more like more about something. More knowledge, more intelligence, more some thoughts that might stick with you. Other things like the arts of things, all kinds of stuff. Well, okay, so honestly expressing myself and then having something I'm actually saying of worth. And there are other things that I value and I put in videos I'm just not thinking of, I'm sure, right at the moment. But, I have a tripod. I can put my phone on now. So I don't, the time is I don't have to, it's not quite as jerky. I don't have to hold it, It's very nice. It's very nice to have a tripod, the old adjustable tripod you can have at my piano. Makes more of those improvisation videos. Great stuff. They actually went pretty well. And I think, for the time being, I feel more comfortable just doing improvisations rather than actual pieces that I've written that I want to, make sure I'm careful how I go about getting that on YouTube. But the thing is that, I don't even know where to begin about the, I haven't really had a whole lot of, not a whole bunch of critiques on my videos, but it's more that we're all so concerned about having videos that are widely seen by everyone. Because why? Because of money? It's just such a distorted thing that everybody, so many people on YouTube are obsessed about. When you put more money into something, and you make sure that you have all your tricks down, right? You have something that really works really well, and the entertainment. Look, people, these videos that have tons of people watching them, they're really professionally done, green screens, but they're entertaining. Now, I'm working on a story, for instance, creative writing kind of thing. I could read it on YouTube, but why? I mean, I thought about doing that. I've been working on this for the story for the last week or two. Well, before that a little bit, but it's pretty stinking good. I didn't want to just give it out for free, but I have nothing against doing that. I don't want you guys to hear it, but it's just, I know it tends to get more views, and what often tends to get more views, look, I could film a dog doing a little wiggle dance, and I'm sure it would get tons of views. It would. Especially if I added a cheesy, stupid little soundtrack to it. Right? Yeah. I watch those Sheep Nation and Rapid Liquid stuff too, just like everybody else. Well, a lot of other people. Right? And so many other things that are just really TikTok-y and stupid. Right? Get a lot of views. I don't care about that crap, folks. I just don't. have no time for it. I have no interest in it. You know, so many other ways I would try to be more pop anyway than that crap. So no, I mean, wouldn't you guys prefer just to hear what I really thought about things? Wouldn't you prefer to hear my real personality rather than some contrived thing? Now, if I was trying to be entertaining and funny, and it really was entertaining and funny, which I'd rather be entertaining than funny, but I could be both. That would work pretty well too. Just, it's just. Yeah. And so, but you guys still haven't heard all the dumb little things I've heard about people over time. And that's what they are. They're dumb because they're, you know, everybody wants more money. Money, 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 money. Don't you love it when people talk to you about how you can earn more money? Well, I guess it's not always so bad if it starts to be something that you're really more interested in. No. It's not always about the money. It's about meaningfulness. The meaningfulness of something. How much does something add to your life? Well, anyway, so I can't remember what this guy's name was, but he was making so many great points about the value of YouTube videos, and about, of course, as we all know, these likes and dislikes, they don't matter, really, ultimately. They don't. I mean, and they don't tell you anything about the worth, how valuable a video is, or how worthwhile videos to watch. They tell you absolutely nothing. And this was a little bit of news to me. I should have known this as well, but there are apparently companies that are paying people to dislike videos on YouTube. Wow. Don't we live in such a wholesome world where you have, I mean, who does that? It's just, oh my gosh. No, I realize that there's a lot of crap that goes on in the business world. I've experienced some of that myself. Believe me, I have. But really, I mean, there's an infinite amount of things I am not as familiar with, and I'm kind of glad I'm not. You kind of have to be a scumbag in a way to be a really good salesman. Not necessarily, but yeah. Somebody who's very artful about how they just are. Yeah, no, it's just not only is it not me, it's just slimy, man. It's scummy at some level. Do you think that somebody would sell more houses, for instance, just because they have a certain way about them? And they know how to manipulate They know how to manipulate people. I mean, oh my gosh, wow, a great salesman. No, you manipulated them to buy this house. Instead of, yeah, whatever. Most real estate agents are that way anyway. I have an uncle who's a real estate agent. He's not like that, right? He's not like that at all. Anyway, so uncle-in-law. So, okay. What else was I going to mention? Let's see here. Just, hey, it's my channel. It's nobody else's. I'm the one putting stuff out here. It's kind of like, and there's also, this guy talked about how there's this kind of psychological effect on YouTubers, especially small YouTubers. They see dislikes and they think there's something they're doing something wrong, or that they feel bad, and they come across trolls and things, and YouTube is finally apparently getting their act together, and they're figuring out, oh, this is not good. And this is, thank you, YouTube. I think you're figuring it out. I would hope so. I'd hope that if you go ahead and decide to do with the dislike button, even though it's apparently 45% of people responding said that they wanted to keep the dislike button, and 55 or 50, it was definitely over 50%. 55% said, yeah, go ahead and get rid of that dislike button. The reason why I think there was more than half people said get rid of the dislike button, go with emojis or something. Even if the emojis were negative, at least you would know how people really felt about that video instead of just a like or dislike. And a lot of people don't leave comments. Comments are how you know a heck of a lot more how someone felt about a video. If that person, and most people don't have their own videos. Most people are just, I don't want to say they're cowards, but well, let's just face it. Most people are not going to put themselves out there like some of us do. Yeah. And that's another thing too. It's like most of the time, oh man, most of the time when you come across these idiots, they don't have any videos on their channel. They have nothing. It's kind of pathetic. I mentioned, I feel like I keep mentioning this. Everybody understands this. This is a no-brainer. It's like, well, yeah, because some people, all they can do is just, all they want, it's just, and so what I'm trying to point out is, when you have a person, you have all these people that they don't produce any content, or more importantly, if it was possible to actually meet them in real life, I would bet you most of these people don't really have a lot going for them anyway. Or if they do, great. But that actually, the more things that someone, how can I put this? At some level, you start getting into, well, anyway. It's just that, again, there's a lot of riffraff in the world. And the way that some of these people are and what they value, frankly, is not even remotely in this. It's just of such low importance. It should be of such low importance to anyone. What some folks really enjoy, compared to other folks out there that it really does. It should. You should pay attention when some folks say, "There's something to this." It's not. It doesn't require somebody who's especially intelligent or skilled or something. It's just, everybody's a little different, but we don't take a blockhead as seriously as somebody who is especially insightful, and you get the idea. You just don't. Well, if you do, it's really kind of, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I never know, but okay. So I like where this is going. This is definitely a very good thing, and I'm looking forward to having things a little bit different on YouTube this way. It's also nice to know that those dislikes don't mean anything, really. And ultimately, we do want more exposure. I guess some of us want to get paid at some point for our videos. Sure. Everything we do. But exposure is a double-edged sword. It's like, it's always like the kid who's teased and harassed, bullied, a really chubby kid that was doing a Star Wars thing way back in, I don't know, 2000, early 2000s. And, he's just doing his thing with a double-bladed lightsaber, making anime. You know which video I'm talking about, I would think. And he needed counseling. He had to go to see a psychologist for a heck of a long time because of the extent to which he was being teased. Yeah, yeah. And we think to ourselves, oh, we're not that person. We that didn't happen to us, so no big deal, right? Well, what if something like that actually happened to you? What if you had a video, you're trying to be funny, or you whatever it was, you never know you just never know with these things. You're a small YouTuber, you're a bigger YouTuber. You put something on there, and everyone just instead of laughing with you, they're laughing at you. And it always hurts more when you're in your teens, when something like this happens. You're a younger person, or whatever. But honestly, it just doesn't matter. But it's like, no, it's like exposure isn't always a good thing. It's not always a good thing. It's just one of those warped, crazy notions that you keep hearing people talk about. No, anonymity is actually a very good thing. I don't want 100,000 people that are subscribed to me just act like idiots on every single video I make, sending me, if someone makes money, okay. I'm gonna just back up here a little bit in this whole train of thought. Let's just take vegetable please for a bit. Casey Stern is someone that, again, I've watched this stuff for a while. This is how he makes money. And he loves making money from making YouTube videos. He's going to do this probably the rest of his life. I don't think he's going to do anything else. Honestly, don't. I just don't. He's found it. This is what he wants to do. So he's going to keep talking about whatever he's talking about until he's dead. Cameras, other stuff, other trips, places. I mean, yeah. That's so, and so what are the people that are commenting on this channel like? I've read I know what I'm talking about here. Oh my gosh, folks, I've seen everything on the people commenting on this channel, and he keeps kind of inferring this. Casey is fairly kind. Actually, he's very kind to everybody, but there are some grade AAA blockheads on his channel that keep just, they always can't say the same crap. And, when you have a channel that has that many subscribers, you're probably going to have a lot of idiots on there. There's just no doubt about it. I mean, there's no way around it. So, I mean, I don't know. It's so important for me to just have people subscribe to my channel that are great people. Because, even if, so most of my views, many of my views for some of my, videos are from people that aren't subscribed to me. And they're kind of nutty. Okay, whatever, fine, whatever. But the kind of community I want to build here is one that it kind of just, you watch this stuff because you enjoy what I talk about and what I put out there, whatever it is. I mean, so Casey has to deal with this now the rest of his life. He's gonna have to keep dealing with all this crap on the comments, blocking or whatever else he has to do. And the man is already a little bit more of a sensitive type of guy in some respects as it is. He's not as sensitive as some people I've known, but yeah, he's not look, we're not talking about somebody like Joe Rogan here, who's honestly still has a sensitive side to him as well. Casey's a fairly sensitive guy, although he just tries his best not to be that way. He's got real feelings, and gets teared up when he leaves his mom. Went to Thailand, came back. I mean, I don't know. And so this is what he has to deal with. Who cares if Casey gets... I want him to have more money. I want him to have 5 times the amount of money he has now. Yes, I want the best for the man. I truly do like the man. But the thing is he's a little bit bonkers, I know. But the thing is that, just think of what he has to go through, all the crap he has to go through when he reads comments. That's why a lot of people don't even read their comment sections anymore. Yeah, I can guarantee you PewDiePie doesn't. Well, I don't know. Occasionally, maybe. Looks for the trends, I guess. I don't know. It's just, what is worth that abuse that can come to any YouTube creator? The extent to which they're getting really demeaned, not just ridiculed, but like severely ridiculed. The dregs of society come out, pulling him down. I mean, what I've seen on YouTube, just from comments, it makes me sick to my stomach, some of the stuff that I've seen. It honestly does. In real life, if I ever met somebody that made certain comments ever since I've seen them on YouTube, you'd have to restrain me. That person would be down on the ground, in pain. I don't care. It would happen. It's just, and in real life, if somebody ever see me, oh man. No, I mean, like, look, it'd be done. Just some people would be done. Like I just knock them out. If not by my fist, then by a baseball bat. That's the extent to which some of these comments have. Their comments are hellish. Honestly, just hellish. They're demonic. I've read them. This is ever since I've been on YouTube in 2007. Yes, that level. It's the kind of thing that makes you just want to go berserk. I've seen it. I've seen them over and over again. I don't think that they should. This is not something that I think YouTube is wanting on their platform. Those kinds of comments, but so other than all the other things that I mentioned before about something like that crap. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I am in favor of just doing away with those dislike buttons, if they ever meant anything in the first place. I am in favor of having YouTube shape up. Yeah. And it was great that we were all confused with COPPA. Oh yes, I certainly was confused. My dad was like, "Yes, now now you can't have YouTube preying on kids anymore, young kids." And it was just kind of interesting how. Okay, we don't have to get into that right now, but no, we want YouTube to be more of a wholesome place. Everybody can just look at stuff they want to look at, not have to get bullied. Boot off trolls permanently. If people act certain ways, I don't know. There's just no excuse for certain kinds of behaviors at all. At all. Just getting kicked off permanently. But, damn. At least it's a step in the right direction. And, there are some channels out there that are so underrated because they're not super flashy. They're not super silly. They're not trendy. So who gives a rip if they're not that stuff? This is not. I'm gonna say this again. This is not a question of how many views can I get on a video. My channel isn't even monetized. This is just me being able to express myself to the wider world. For whether it's music or what I'm just talking about or something else. And then you guys can make videos in response to what I'm saying. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's building a community here. That's it. The hell with everything else. All that stupid trick stuff that you big YouTubers, I don't care about that crap at all. Not at all. You shouldn't either. All right. You guys, take it easy. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.